What's the best way to increase the value of a property? We all know about having nice kitchens and nice bathrooms makes a difference, but actually, is it that simple? Is that all there is to it? In this market right now, and it's so strong, it's so buoyant, the price is so high, getting this right is so important. If you're watching my videos for the first time, my name is Saj Hussain. On this channel, I share with you my 15 years of property investing experience to ultimately help you get further faster in your own property investing journey. We've done 50 of these episodes, so I've been running for about a year, sharing my journey, what I'm up to, the kind of things that I do in property. And adding value to property has really been a key part of my journey in terms of investing in property. Now, one of the best ways to do it really quickly is obviously buy the property below market value, buy at a discount, and I've done other videos on that as well. We'll link them in the description for you so you can see those as well. However, when it comes to adding value, ultimately it's about what you spend on the property in terms of the purchase price versus how much you spend on it in terms of improving it, renovating, or whatever you're doing to it. That total figure needs to be less than what the new market value will be. And effectively, that's how you're making a profit. That's how you're creating equity in the property. But how is it you do that? Let me talk about 3 ways to do that. But actually, rather than talking about it, let me show you. One of my most favorite ways to increase the value of a property is to increase its volume. And that's exactly what we've done here to this house just behind me. We've made it almost twice the size of what it originally was. Originally it was the original house on this side. So this 2-story extension and the porch side doorway behind me are all new additions to this property, making it much, much bigger. Now we can keep adding more to a property, make it bigger and bigger, but it's also getting a balance right in terms of what's really going to add value to it. Because generally speaking, when we look at the value of properties, it tends to be based on the number of bedrooms and the location. So the street it's on and the number of bedrooms is primarily what drives the value of a property. So if you make it too big, it could be that you actually push past the ceiling price, or you are unable to push past the ceiling price rather, which means that you don't get the uplift that you necessarily want. So it's getting a balance right of how much additional volume is going to add substantial value to a property. And in this particular property, it meant additional living room, a bigger kitchen diner, and also another bedroom on the first floor. Not all extension will necessarily add value to a property. So if we take this conservatory, for example, the cost of building this conservatory and adding it to this property would not necessarily even increase the value by the initial money you spend. Never mind necessarily create an uplift. The next best way to add value to a property is to reconfigure the space that's already there to make it more usable and more functional. So for example, most houses will have attic space above them, and you can turn that attic space into a usable room without necessarily extending it. So you're just reutilizing the space. For example, it might be dead space. You might have an internal garage that you turn into a room, for instance, even a basement store that you turn into a usable room. All of these things are just reconfiguring space that's already there. But one of the things that I've done a number of times is moving bathrooms around the house to create more bedrooms. Because remember, earlier I mentioned one of the things that really adds value is the number of bedrooms in a property. So this particular house is a 3-bed semi, and what we've got here, we've got the 2 larger bedrooms, we've got a smaller bedroom over there, and then a bathroom over there that's a similar size to the smaller bedroom, which I'll show you in just a moment. But one of the things that we've done on a number of houses, not what we're doing on this particular one, is to remove the bathroom completely from there and actually put it in between the 2 bedrooms. And what that means is we've been able to create an additional bedroom, i.e. where the old bathroom was now becomes a bedroom, because we take a smaller portion of the existing larger bedroom and turn that into a family bathroom. Come on, let me show you what I mean. So this particular bedroom is one of the smaller rooms, essentially what we call a box room, because literally it's like a small box, but you still get a small single bed in here, a little wardrobe in here as well, but not really much space for anything else. So these kind of rooms are acceptable for maybe a nursery or a little study, but again, it's additional bedroom space. This is the existing one. Let me show you the bathroom. So here we're going to be fitting a new bathroom, but originally what was here is a separate toilet here, so a separate essentially toilet room, and then the bathroom was here, and the door was around here. But what we've done is taken this space out to make this room bigger. In fact, this room is probably bigger now as the bathroom than that smaller bedroom. But in some of the houses, what I've done, which I mentioned earlier on, is we create this also as a bedroom. So that means the small room is roughly the size of the smallest room in the house, or sometimes even bigger, as is the case with this particular room. Originally, there would have been a door here that would have gone into the bathroom, and there would have been another door here that went into this toilet area. So that means here there's enough space for us to put another door here that can go into this bedroom, and that door that currently goes into the bedroom would get allocated to the new bathroom. Come on through. So this is the rear bedroom. Now in this particular house, I mentioned we're not actually doing this, but this is how I've done it in previous houses. So we would take maybe about 1.8 to 2 meters from this room, which effectively would become a bathroom here. So we could have a bathtub here, we could have a toilet and a basin here, and maybe even a shower over the bath. Now this room would now not have a window because we've got neighbouring property behind us, and we've just got the door to the front and 2 bedrooms to the side. So we've created a smaller but modern bathroom. But that means now that room that we were just in, which was the old bathroom, frees up to turn into another bedroom. So effectively what we do, we're turning a 3-bedroom to a 4-bedroom. So it's really thinking about where can you create another bedroom, because remember, bedrooms add value. So it's about looking at the property, looking at the configuration, and how can you make the configuration work better than it already is so that it pushes the value up. The next way that we add substantial amount of value to a property is by changing its use. And this house that we're in now is a 6-person HMO, and currently we're renovating it to make a much more nicer, much more modern house. But originally it would have started off life as a family house. Now let's say we take the house, say next door to this one, a regular 4-bedroom terrace family house in a nice busy location. This house in a good order as a family house would probably be worth maybe about £350,000. Now as a HMO, with it running as a 6-person HMO, we'll be able to push the value of this property up to about £450,000. And yes, we're spending quite a bit of money here to make it a nicer, more modern HMO, but effectively most of the value increase is happening by changing its use from that of a family house, i.e. C3, to changing it to a C4 HMO. And that will lift the value by about £100,000 because we can get a commercial valuation and the income it will generate. So by changing the use of a property, you can substantially uplift its value. And sometimes, for example, you might be taking a commercial building and changing it to residential, like we've taken a pub building at the moment that we're turning all of it into residential apartments. Now I've done a video previously about valuing HMOs and how we've been able to get substantial uplift in value. We'll link that video for you up here that if you want to watch that. There are so many ways to add value to a property and improve its value. These are my 3 most favorite ones. What I'd love to do is find out what your favorite method is to add value to the property. Pop it in the comment section below. And if you've enjoyed this video, you are really going to like what we've got lined up next for you over here. Just before we watch that video though, make sure if you haven't already, click on my face down here to subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you over on this video over here.